Everyone, welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. Thank you for joining us today. Some of you who are joining us for this special day, and those who we always see. Thanks for being here today in what I like to call the beacon of light, sitting everywhere and here. So it's great to see all of you. It's a magnificently beautiful day, as it always is, and the flowers behind me are happy, and the rock is happy to once again be transmitting as it always does, even as we're sitting in this chair speaking words that are considered a language that can be understood. But the flowers and the rocks and the trees and even us speak a language that's always beyond the words. It's a transmission of a vibration that is coming to you right now that has no words, but it relates to words that you can understand. So that you can have a frame of reference for what you're experiencing. And so you can use the words at your disposal to share your experience with others who can understand those words. So my broadcast is always called Weekly Update. And my weekly update is to continue to speak about magic and miracles. Barbara sat in this chair on Sunday with Robert as her guest, speaking about magic and miracles. And even more, what's behind magic and miracles. And then on Wednesday, Genya continued to express that in her transmission as a living example of the world behind the world of magic and miracles. And here I am now, once again, sharing what's behind the world of magic and miracles. I remember when I was in high school, went on a field trip, and we went to a college, and they had computers, and I had never seen a computer. And the computer was blank, and then it typed, as you sat down, "Hello, what is your name?" And you typed your name in, and it said, "Hello, David." And I was blown away. I thought, I have to work with these computers because I wanted to know the mystery. I wanted to know what was behind the magic that was coming on my screen. And each person had a different reaction to that experience. But I was drawn to what's behind the magic. And so, what we know that's behind the magic is unknowable, yet knowable. Because in the moment when you're operating from behind the world of magic and miracles, you have a glimpse of the unknowable. And you're one with the unknowable. So it's as if there's a language. And I was told then at that time that there was a language, it might have been basic back then, that allowed the computer to present magic. And there's a language of magic and miracles that sits in the background and transmits a program or puts code or words in a way that magic shows up. And it's not repeatable. It's perfect in its simplicity and beautiful in its magnificence. And so, as my invitation spoke of, the curtain, the final curtain is being lifted. And there you are, behind the magic and the miracles, standing center stage, transmitting from that place where that young 15-year-old sat in front of a computer and said, "Wow, that's amazing." And that's you creating that moment from the unknowable and the unknown place. So, each week now we are having guests appear on our broadcast. And as I said before, sometimes that won't happen and sometimes it will. But we have expanded our connection by allowing people to join us on the broadcast. And it's been fantastic. And so today, I have a special guest, as you may have seen in my invitation, all the way from Scotland. An amazing being of gentleness, honor, beauty, and kindness. One who I've known for a long time. And so before we bring him on, I'm going to read this writing that is called Reunion. Think of a greeting with family or friends that you have not seen for a while. People you love and who love you. People who also have a common thread, a connection from a moment or a lifetime of moments. Some of those moments may have been difficult to get through together, and some of those moments were amazing adventures that took you to the outer reaches of the universe. Either way, there was a bond that was formed. It matters not if it was through adversity or joy. You were creating an unbreakable bond that never goes away and that will always exist. Even though you may have moved apart and each one took a new path through life according to how their individual spirit led them. Now think of the moment when you are able to reunite. All the love and joy of that connection comes pouring through. The smiles and the laughter and the remembrances of moments shared together. When this happens, there is an energy that mirrors the energy of creation. There is an explosion of power that cannot be measured by any system ever created. For in that moment, there is enough energy to eliminate all the negativity that has ever existed in all the universes that have ever been created. There's no need to give an explanation for this power because none is needed. And everyone hearing these words has experienced this feeling at some point in their life. Go there now and see the beautiful faces and the amazing smiles of those you are reuniting with. There may be physical changes, but the signature vibration is what you can feel. And it is that signature vibration that you have connected to all along. In that moment, when you come together, there is really nothing to do but immerse yourself in each other's field and allow the energy of such a magical moment to continue to rise until it cannot be contained. And it spills out onto everyone and everything throughout the universe. No power can ever stand against this energy. It must turn and go the other way or be disintegrated. And the simplicity of it all is that there is nothing to do. The moment of coming together fulfilled everything in an instant because the energy that is created to change the world. So with that, I want to invite and bring in my guest, Adrian Aerts. Hello.
Excuse me. Hello, David.
How are you?
I am overjoyed, and especially to be here is such an honor, thrill, and delight. But to follow that incredible writing, because that is how I feel about you, and that's why I'm struggling to talk. It brought back so clearly the memory of the first time I saw you, um, this time, which was on a FaceTime when I sat with my beloved Kathleen, and you said, "Welcome home." And I didn't know at the time the ramifications or the that's not the right word, the extent, the fullness of what that meant until my first visit to Robert's amazing house and Barbara's house, and when I could embrace you, and I knew we have been friends for such a long time.
Indeed. What I read just had to do with the energy that's created when that reunion happens. And each one is a unique experience, but it pours out so much. And I'm tearing up as I'm speaking. But you have experienced that with each of us here at the Advancement Center. And there you are, all the way in Scotland. And we're here in California. And we get to experience something that we've experienced in the past, which is our connection.
Yeah.
And I'm honored to have you here on this broadcast.
It's such an honor to be here on on the broadcast, to be given this opportunity by Advancement Center, by Robert, by all of you, because um, I feel you all, and I feel the support, which is the support of the connection that goes so deep, so far back, so pure. Um, so it's such a delight, and I I knew I knew this day would this day would come, because, and it was funny when Barbara first spoke of the new format and inviting people in. I had that initial experience of oh. It was more colourful than that, but immediately that left that room, that reception room, that that policeman who says no, you can't do that, because I know with my dear friends and family that everything is perfect, And although there's so much going on right now in every aspect, but specifically, I'm in between incredible wedding ceremonies. The timing was perfect, as it always is, and and to just be under 2 weeks from being married in the woods in Scotland to my beautiful beloved wife Kathleen Neff Aerts now, and to be heading to Santa Barbara on Wednesday for another incredible ceremony and experience. It's just perfection to be with you. And my life has changed so incredibly fast in its time in the last year and a half since I met Kathleen. And that has opened my world and opened the possibilities for for everything, magic and miracles, love that I never dreamt was possible. So thank you.
No, thank you. It's you are so loved because you love so. And your connection with Kathleen, we've all known it's for the world. And we're just glad it finally happened. We've been waiting. Let's go.
You and me both. I think, and it's funny that the time doesn't matter when it's the time, and it was magical in the way we met, but it was destined. But to look at it, there's so many components that if one had been different, but it would have just delayed matters, and now that we're together, there is no delay. Um, and although we're at the moment on quite quite far apart on two sides of the ocean, um, I always laugh that we're at least we're on the same planet, and and these things are just details. There's where there is love, there is a way. There is always a way. And like you said before about the unknown, there's so much magic available when your heart's desire, when you say yes, when you are open to all the possibilities.
Fantabulous. We've watched other FaceTimes. I'm sorry, other broadcasts now with between us who are here quite often, and Mickey and Genya were like two sisters, laughing and talking, and even Mickey, I mean, even Genya and my mom had that bit of energy.
Yeah.
And of course, Barbara and Robert have that connection that transcends the screen.
Mm.
And then here with you and me also with David Jones, where there's the masculine energy, a little bit of mischief that's always kind of floating underneath, as the masculine will tend to do.
Yes.
Um, so I'm feeling all the mischief, even as we're talking about something very beautiful
Mm.
and special.
Yeah, I I'm just so grateful for for you, for your for your love, for all that you are, and it was I I I was brought back to having the privilege of being there in Santa Barbara when you did your first broadcast, um,
Uh,
and it's it's just such a delight because I know that I know that we have in your writing. I know that we have our connection spans all those experiences. Uh, so it's such a privilege to be here together again. And we have a saying in our term in Scotland for a hug, which is a bosey. And I can't wait to be there in Santa Barbara to give you a bosey, um, along with many, many other people. Um, yeah.
Bosie's all around.
Yes. Yeah. And I just know that there will be so much magic and so much far beyond um, magic and miracles. And it's funny, I was reflecting slightly today of, of all the goings on, and I was thinking back to my quieter life, um, and it's just incredible. It's incredible things that are now here, the experiences that I've been able to share, and that has been due to the connection, the support from all of us, all of you. Um, and I feel that support going out everywhere. And it was wonderful to be um, to have the most incredible wedding in the woods, but to feel everyone join me and Kathleen in our love was just such a gift. And when people shared their experiences, it was incredible to because I it's hard to know them in a not quite putting it's hard to see beyond your own experience. So I was having an incredible experience, but for them to reflect back their experience to me, and I could feel the difference in them. I could feel that it had changed them, um, and that's the gifts that we have that we share with everyone. Um, you, Barbara and Genya and Robert have all spoken about just the smallest thing can change so much, and I see that so clearly. The the way that we support everyone and our gifts are shared, and the more we share, the more there is to share.
Absolutely. I think of words that are always spoken here as well, which is, and there's always more. Just when you
I
get to
love
the,
that.
you think you're at, it's like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And then you hear, and there's always more. And it, just hearing the words, it's like room expands, some room opens up that wasn't there before because you were filled up at the top. And then you hear those words and it goes, whew, and room opens and you're like, oh, wow, yeah, there's more. And it makes you smile because it 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 does a bunch of things. One, you can't stop here.
Yeah.
uh, you won't stop here, and that the beauty that you're experiencing, there's more. So there's the room comes in to allow the more to be felt,
Mm.
and then you kind of have to go sit down or
Yeah,
something.
I love it because I love the mischief that's within it as well. Because it's almost like a joke. It's almost like, well, if you think your heart is full, if you think you can't be any more ecstatic or immersed in love, well, you know, there's more.
Yeah. Uh,
Which is it's perfect. It's I just love the fact that I, it, for me there's always there's always been more coming, um, and it's always a surprise isn't it's always a joy, but in a way I know there's always more, but it's still a surprise, um, even though I know it's hard
yeah.
to explain. But and it was funny, just before the wedding, Kathleen was saying, "I can't take any more," and we were all, there was a few of us, and we were saying, "Well, there's more because we've not even we've not even had our day. We've not even so." And I
Yeah.
think it's perfect because there's people have, whether it's their own mind or whether it's been put on them, it's easy for people to feel there's restrictions, but there is no restrictions.
Nope.
For everything, for magic and miracles, for mischief, for posies.
Yeah. No restrictions.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Wow. Well, we can't wait for next week. And as amazing as this technology is, to have you here in person, and even your sister who's joining you, we're so looking forward to just the constant celebration, even in the middle of some details that have to be ironed out. I think the key will always be have another Stella in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Uh, so looking so forward to seeing you and seeing you in that space with Kathleen,
Yeah.
and looking forward to the many people who you guys have invited as guests to be here to experience what we all know and to experience the magic of this place as well and the Advancement Center. So it's coming really fast too.
It is. It's been like today I was kind of reflecting, and it's so fast. There's so much movement, which is wonderful. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to, and it's perfect. To be in the wonderful home of Robert and Barbara, to be with all of you and be surrounded by such dear friends, such incredible beings. I know that there will have to be some more room made for the joy and the love that is going to be shared. Otherwise, there could be some explosions. Because I just can't wait. I'm so looking forward to being there, and I'm so excited because the wedding in Scotland was incredible, but I felt that I knew how that day would go, in a way, like the structure or the framework or the running order, and I don't feel it feels more open. So I can't wait for the surprises and the joy and all of it.
I'm smiling. I have to tell you, I'm hearing Kathleen and Mickey primarily because they know this term. I'm hearing Kathleen saying, "Oh, this is a bromance." I don't know if you know that word, Adrian.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, man. Wow. Well, I don't want to stop the flow. If we have more to share, I know we can talk like this for hours, probably.
Yeah.
And
I just want to thank you and Advancement Center again. When you sent me the text inviting me, I immediately responded, yes, absolutely, because it's such a delight and privilege.
Privilege was all mine. Wow. So I'm just going to read one other piece here. And then we'll sign off unless you have more to say.
No, that was perfect. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Adrian. This is called In the Nakedness of Your Mastery. There's a beauty in those that have come to the planet unclothed and uncluttered with the human experience. They are able to speak from another place, a place where simplicity reigns. They operate from a place of pure transparency and nakedness. They are able to see right through you, and many may initially feel uncomfortable in their presence. They are not burdened with the layers and layers of clothes that have been placed on humanity, that have names like, how do I look? What should I wear? What should I eat? These articles of clothing can be seen upon each human, but will be removed as they walk into the new world of their true self. Your realization grows upon the removal of each old garment that you have been wearing, revealing the fact that you too are a master. In your nakedness, you can see your mastery appearing through the release of outer attachments and false beliefs. This gives you a feeling of your own power that goes far beyond anything that is happening outside of you. In the nakedness of your mastery, you become an expert in simplicity. And as an expert in simplicity, you are actually working with more of the complexities of the unknown mysteries. Think of how in your world before simplicity, you paid so much attention to all those layers of clothing that you were wearing, which makes life seem more complex than it is. Compared to your life as an expert in simplicity, where life is not complex, which allows the complexities of the unknown to enter your field unimpeded and emanate from you in everything you do. Many of these articles of clothing that have kept you in the human complexity are transmitted through the language of knowledge and not from the language of the unknown. Threadbare and moth-eaten beliefs that we think are keeping us hidden and protected. They can come under the banners of Christianity, New Age, Egyptology, yoga, metaphysics, quantum physics, manifestation, healing modalities, and many more. There is no need to throw these articles out. They will dissolve right before your eyes as you receive the transmission from that world of naked simplicity and the masters who reside there. And when the final curtain is raised, you will be standing on that stage, naked and in your full mastery, with a majestic countenance and eyes that see through everything. And as you take a bow, the world of the unknown will shower all those in the audience with a field of light and energy that cannot be comprehended with the mind. It will be hidden in the quiet and stillness of your simplicity, so that all in attendance are only able to see themselves and their journey to their mastery through being an expert in simplicity. We are expanding so fast into places that are far beyond where we thought we would be. Yet we somehow are able to know what we possibly couldn't know. We will soon leave behind all the knowing and remembrances of the complexities of being human as we put on the new garment of nakedness that is made of diamonds to shine to the world. So first, thank you, Adrian, for being a guest and transmitting you. In reality, no one is a guest. because of the connection that we all share. But thank you once again for being here today and for sharing the stage with me. And everyone who tuned in, thank you also for being here. And thank you for your support and for all that you bring. And for standing behind the curtain as it raises so that we see you. So, as usual, we, Adrian and I, and all of us at the Advancement Center, want to wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.